When I was a kid, I used to have to do chores, and one of my chores was to pluck the weeds from the garden in the front yard, the backyard, and I used to hate doing it. But one thing I learned was that I wanted to decrease the amount of weeds I had to pull next week, next month, next year. So, and one of the keys was to get the root. And so I had this very useful tool that allowed me to dig under the roots, and I would pull it up very gently to make sure that I didn't leave any of the roots behind. And it's a great analogy for how to live one's life. My videos, hopefully, if you've watched many of them, I'm not big on the whole blame game. That I think that is the way to keep yourself a victim, to stagnate spiritually or emotionally, psychologically, and you just don't grow. What we have today is a country and a culture, and you got to be careful, you got to be on guard that you don't get sucked into this, that loves the blame game. I mean, you hear it on the news, you hear it and you read it in papers, you listen to coworkers, family, friends, everybody has someone, everyone has their finger out pointing. And the danger of this is that when we are in blame mode, or when we practice the blame game, we deprive ourselves of prime opportunity of true growth, of real spiritual growth, by getting to the roots. And one of the common ones, if you read on blogs or on the internet, is of the blame game is the media. The media and the government is another big one. The media, they're responsible for all these things, and why children are growing up and uneducated, and why we elected George Bush 2 terms, and on and on. Just all the problems. You could point the finger at the media and how they're shaping and changing the culture of society. And I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm saying, whoa, wait a second. First of all, also a big complaint is how everything, on the media is television, movies is crap, drivel, the pop music, and how everything has degraded and become so superficial and phony. And while I'm not disagreeing with it, like I said, let's examine it a little deeper. Let's go to the roots. What is the cause? Because we're pointing our finger in that direction, which prevents you from being able to reflect upon yourself, which prevents you from having the mirror or the light shined upon yourself. And so when we blame the media, that's just a symptom. Let's dig deeper. What's the root cause? The root cause is education, is child rearing, is parenting. That is what is causing, if you want to say, the downfall or the change in media. And media is not out to get you, to corrupt you, to make you stupid. They're out there to make a buck. That's the bottom line. They're out there to make a buck. They're going to put on, if reality shows make people watch them and they make money, that's what they're going to give you in droves. And we have no right to complain that the media is putting out all these stupid reality shows and it's their fault. That's what they're in business to do, is to give people what they want. Obviously, people want these reality shows, otherwise they wouldn't be coming on. And, if you don't like the reality shows, there's plenty of alternatives. Get Netflix, rent DVDs, read books, watch Discovery Channel, things like that. And stop complaining, because we've created the society we've wanted. We've chosen the presidents we wanted. Oh, no, the media and big corporations have chosen the president. We have the common person has no say. And I said, well, yeah, maybe there is a grain of truth in that, but let's dig deeper. It all comes down with the dumbing down of America, and what is the cause of that. Let's take responsibility of our own education, our children's education, and not let's just ship them off to some public school system where it's completely broken. Or let's start an education revolution. That's where real change happens. That's when you're getting down to the roots, when you start taking an active interest in how our children are being raised. And that's the source. That's the roots. When you create children and society and people that are able to think for themselves, have skeptical minds, who are readers, who are discerning, who know themselves, who have the courage to take a stand, who are confident in their belief system, who are on strong, solid foundation, they're not going to want to watch these reality shows, or maybe every now and then to blow off some steam, but you're not going to see that. There's going to be, the whole landscape will change once you change the soil or the fertilizer. And you shine some light, some sunlight where there's darkness. The darkness is in the home. The darkness is around the dinner table, or the lack thereof. The darkness is in the school system, in the classrooms. It's not the media. It's not the government. We are electing the government. Who is the government? The government is made up of, soccer moms, dads, people like you and me. It's our lack or inability or desire to hold them accountable that creates the mess that we're in. I had the opportunity to be a representative for employees, about 50, 60 employees. And, I helped negotiate the contracts for these employees and did a lot of things. And I was astounded when I would go. I spent a lot of time trying to work out a contract that was worthwhile or favorable to the employees and to the company I worked for. And I was astounded when I would go around and talk to the employees that how few of them actually read the contract. Oh, I said, well, what'd you think about this? Oh, yeah, no, I didn't have a chance to read it yet. Or, yeah, I'm going to do, excuse. And we're the same way, and we only moan and bitch after the fact. Now that the contract's been going on for a while, now people, moan and bitch. Well, where were you when we were, hammering out the details? And it's the same way. We need to hold them accountable and not blame them, but really take the responsibility ourselves. And that's just so empowering, and it changes everything. And in our spiritual lives, to do the same thing is really, whenever there's a problem in my life, and I'm like, oh my God, that was really making me angry, that's making me sad, that's making me, or even happy, I look at not the problem, but I look at what that problem is exposing within me, where the crack in the dam within me is. Instead of us, it's your fault. It's, why did you do that? You're the reason I'm blah, blah, blah. Whine, moan, and bitch. And that's the route to empowerment. That's the route to freedom and to living a life where you're in the driver's seat. And yeah, but like anything, man, shine the flashlight at the true cause of the sometimes often dire states that we're in. What is the root? Ask yourself, what is the root? It's often takes a little digging, and it's not what you think it is. Thanks for listening. Again, appreciate all your comments and feedback. Speak to you later. Bye.